All right, so from this section of the Secure Access dashboard, you're able to add private resources. So on the left-hand side, you go to Resources, and then you click on Private Resources, and this is the page you're going to land on. And from here, you can go ahead and add as many private resources as you want. Now, we know that there are different ways to connect to your private resources, as mentioned under connection method. So whatever you select will be shown up here. Now, for example, there's a way to connect using client-based ZTA. There's a way to connect using browser-based ZTA. You can connect using VPN and so on. In this video, we're concerned about browser-based ZTA. So we know that when it comes to browser-based ZTA, you take the URL off of this specific resource and go ahead and provide it to the end user for them to be able to connect to this resource. We're just looking at one URL, one application, one resource. Things are looking good, no problem. You take this URL, provide it to the end user, good, done. But what if you have another resource now for which you have defined the connection method as browser-based ZTA? Now you'll have to take the specific URL for this resource as well and provide it to the end user for them to be able to connect to this resource. Now we're looking at two URLs, no problem. But what if we have 10 more private resources for which the connection method, again, is just browser-based ZTA? So we're looking at 12 URLs. Now, there are certain users who you want to give access to all these 12 resources. What do you do in that case? You're dealing with 12 different URLs. Now, you'll need to go ahead and take these 12 different URLs and provide it to those users. Now, Cisco has made this extremely easy now. In comes Application Portal. Now, with application portals, you'll not have to worry about these 12 different URLs. You'll not have to take these 12 URLs and provide it to those users. No, just one URL and that's it. Things are taken care of. Now, let me explain to you what application portals are good for and how to configure it right away. Let's jump right into it. All right, so these are some extremely important points that you need to keep in mind while you're dealing with the application portals. So we talked about a couple of these. Let's go through this real quick. We're talking about just sharing one URL for all the private resources with your users, so you don't have to provide them 10 URLs, 20 different URLs, or 30 different URLs, and so on, right? It becomes extremely easy and manageable. And the users who you have given that one URL, that URL of the app portal, they will be able to see all the private applications that are added to that app portal. Pretty simple, right? You should be on a supported browser. The user should be on the supported browser. The CSE, that is the Cisco Secure Client, that is not required because we're talking about browser-based access. And the most important point that I wanted to inform you about is that even if you go ahead and disable the portal, using the online toggle option. I'm going to show that to you once we go back to the dashboard. The users can still access the private resources if they have the direct URL to those private resources, right? So let's jump back to the dashboard. All right, so from the dashboard on the left-hand side, go ahead and click on Resources and then go ahead and click on Application Portal. So let me just go ahead and do that. Application Portal. I've already configured the application portal, and that's why we see these options here, right? This is the toggle button I was talking about in order to make sure that the application portal is enabled, it's online. You go ahead and click on this toggle button to go ahead and do that. And then you have the option to directly copy the application portal URL, and this is the URL. You can go ahead and provide it to the end users. If I click on the visit link, a new browser tab is going to open up, which will land me on the application portal. And then I have the edit configuration on the top right corner right here, right? So using this edit configuration button, I'll be able to edit the configuration of the application portal. I'm going to talk about the visibility and so on after we go through the edit configuration section. So let me just go through that first. All right. All right, so again, great work done by Cisco here. The configuration is pretty simple and straightforward, yet a great asset for the administrators. So this is the toggle button, online or offline. You give the application portal name here. I've named it the Network Viking-application portal. I'm going to show you where it shows up on the access rules. inside the access rules, and then you have the option to use a URL in a Cisco domain or use a URL in your domain. This address must be reachable from outside your network. You will give this address to users. Well, things to keep in mind, right? And then the associated rules. What are the rules that this app portal is associated with? As you can see right here, then you go ahead and click on save that you see right here at the bottom, right? Just go ahead and click on save, and then we'll go ahead and check out the access rule now, where we'll be able to select this application portal name, this one, as a destination. So let's go ahead and check that out. All right, so from the left-hand side, we click on secure, and then we go ahead and click on access policy. So let me just do that real quick. We're going to go to the access policy and configure the application portal as the destination. So I'm going to go ahead and click on add a rule that you see right here, and this is for private access. So I'm going to select private access. All right, so here, what you need to do is you need to go ahead and select the destination here. Click on the drop down here and then click on private resources, the first option. And here you see this option of the network Viking application portal that I have configured, right? In the same way, you need to select that and go ahead and fill up the other details, access, block, whatever, and then go ahead and click on next and save and so on, right? I'm going to show you what the application portal looks like now. All right, so here we go back to the application portal page. From here, I can just copy the application portal URL or click on visit directly, and a new browser tab is going to open up. If I go ahead and click on visit right now, it's possibly going to fail for me because I've not configured SAML correctly here. And what I'm going to do in that case is I'm just going to go ahead and click on copy URL, open up an incognito window and new incognito window. And here I'm going to go ahead and paste this URL and go ahead and click on enter. And now you'll find that it's going to give me an option because I had selected, it went for my default username and password for SAML, and therefore it didn't work. All right, so TNV at, I think that's the correct one. And hit enter, and nope. And let's see. Okay, great. I see Cafe Kashmir C less and the Network Viking Cafe in here. So great. And how can I add more private resources in here and all of that? Let's check that out real quick. Let me just go ahead and minimize this. You see this section at the bottom, right? It shows visibility visible for these two private resources. So whatever private resources that you've configured for browser-based access are going to show up here, right? So according to the visibility, these would be visible on the application portal or not. And how to change that, you just need to go ahead and click on these three dots that you see on the right-hand side. So let me just show that to you real quick. Then go ahead and click on edit. And then this is the user-friendly name for the private resource. Oh, sorry about that. And then it shows you this checkbox. You need to go ahead and click on it, check or uncheck it for it to be visible or not visible on the application portal. So if I uncheck this box and click on save, so it won't be visible, and you'll find the visibility is going to change for it. Now it shows as a not visible, right? So if I go ahead and visit the URL now, this private resource is not going to show up there. Pretty simple, right? So if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, like, share, comment, but most importantly, please go ahead and share it with others as well. Thank you so much. I'm going to put a link in the description to the docs where you'll find more information about the application portal. I would highly recommend checking that out. Great work done again there by Cisco. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. You have a great time ahead. Goodbye.